Breaking news. Are you serious? Give me 1 second here. Are you serious? Are you serious? Because I'm very serious. But we have breaking news coming out of the Middle East. Significant decision. When you have a war going on, as we have going on right now with Israel and Hamas there in the Gaza Strip, of course, the Palestinian Authority, which is over in Ramallah in the West Bank, they are they've been protecting or trying to protect that part of the Holy Land for what they hope to be a two-state solution. But things are shifting fast. Let me tell you all about that in just a second. But first, let's put a shout out right now for www.pastorpaulgold.com. That's www.pastorpaulgold.com. If you keep your money in a bank account, listen up. Your savings could be at risk. The banking system is once again under extreme stress. And after last year's banking crisis, the dangers are clearer than ever. Car loans are defaulting. Credit cards are ballooning. And commercial real estate is at the brink of collapse. There aren't just red flags, folks. These are the sounds of financial ticking time bomb. But there is a safe and easy way to protect your financial future. It's with gold. Gold is a biblical currency. Gold is outside the government's reach and safe from economic policies that jeopardize your wealth. Gold allows you to lock in today's value in the face of tomorrow's uncertainty. Don't wait for the next headline crash or bank run. Inaction could be catastrophic. You need to get a hold of www.pastorpaulgold.com. Let Noble Gold help you today safeguard your tomorrow. As a matter of fact, they're giving away this gold coin, this gold standard coin, 1/4 of an ounce, free to everyone that sets up a gold or silver IRA or roll over that 401k. Check it out now. Pick up the phone and call them at 877-646-5347 and tell them that Pastor Paul Begley sent you there. All right? Wow. Well, the webinar is just around the corner, guys. It's March 22nd. Start preparing. You can go to our website right now at paulbegleyprophecy.com and get your tickets now. You really can. And I tell you something. It's going to be an amazing webinar. It starts Friday night, March 22nd. BP Earthwatch, Mike from Around the World, Doug Hagman, Rex Bear, Mark Biltz, Mike Kerr and Jeannie Moore, Troy Anderson, my co-author of my book, Revelation 9/11. I mean, it just goes on and on and on. You don't want to miss this webinar. It's going to be incredible. Now, here's what's happening in the Middle East. This is very important. I think we got to get right to it because Israel just announced, they just approved to build 3,400 more new homes in the West Bank settlement. That's unbelievable. You have to understand, since the 1967 war, the West Bank, which is Judea and part of Samaria, that area, which is a biblical, I mean, Jesus talks about this. The Palestinians have been saying that it belongs to them. They want a two-state solution. They want two states. And Israel has said, look, that's not going to happen. This is the land of Israel. You're more than welcome to live here as well with us. Become a citizen if you'd like. But we're going to move on. And since then, 700,000 Jews have built new homes and live in different settlements in the West Bank. Okay, 700,000. There's over 1 million Jews that live there in the West Bank. Now, during this war going on right now, while they're trying to force Israel to part the land, Israel's has approved to build 3,400 new homes in the West Bank. Israel's government has advanced this. 70% of the homes will be built in the Mal Adum, which is in East Jerusalem. It's east of Jerusalem, I should say, with the rest in nearby Kedar and Ifrat, south of Bethlehem. All of it is still in the West Bank. A minister has said the construction is a response to the deadly Palestinian attack that took place 2 weeks ago in the West Banks. So the Palestinian Authority has condemned these plans, which are reportedly to be the first approval of building more homes in the West Bank since June of last year. Israel has built 160 different settlements housing 700,000 Jews since 1967 at the end of that war. Now, this is unbelievable. The vast majority of the international community considers these homes that Israel, the Jewish people live in, to be illegal. The world community, under international law, the international community says these Jews living there is illegal. But Israel says it's our property. It's our country. What are you talking about? And so we see the tension rising, especially there's still a war going on. Israel, though, is just marching on. I mean, they're just going to, they plan on eliminating Hamas and moving on with this nation, a nation that God had ordained and granted to Abraham and Isaac and Jacob. As a matter of fact, when Moses took the children of Israel out of Egypt, he was instructed to take them straight toward the Canaan land, or right into, go ahead, cross the Red Sea, keep on going until you cross Jordan into the land of Israel. There would be a nation formed. And so it's exactly what happened between Moses and Joshua. Then they got in there, and we all know the stories in the Bible. Israel's been there forever, and God promised that it would be their land. So what we have here going on is a power struggle, of course, and then the brutality and all of the different attacks on the Israeli people, all of the terrorist attacks that have taken place over the years. It is an incredible situation. But Israel's moving on. They're going to build more. They're not looking back. They don't seem to be talking about any two-state solution. They don't care what anybody else says about it. They are moving forward. And so this is a very, very, very Middle East information for you. If you're thinking they're about ready to sign a two-state solution, you can forget it, because they're about ready to build 3,400 more homes in the West Bank that will be lived in by the Jews. They should be able to build. That's right, Karen. How you doing, Karen? Hope you're feeling much better. I really do. Karen's right. She says, yes, they can build on their own land. Of course. It mind-boggling to me that the whole world would try to tell Israel what to do with their own property. It's their land. Okay? And even when they've been attacked and had to fight back for it and have had to defeat the enemies against them time after time after time after time, how can and even the United States, a matter of fact, the United Nations, when they voted in 1948 to make Israel its own nation, the vote was 197-0 that the Jews should have their own nation, the land of Israel. But now, 90% of these nations have turned on Israel and are backing the different terrorist regimes that have been trying to defeat the Israelis and take the land from them. They say they want a two-state solution, but obviously, that is not really what they want, because they wouldn't be saying that they want the entire. They keep saying Israel's got to go. You got to wipe Israel off the face of the map, from the river to the sea. We see what happened on October 7th. We see the war now that has proceeded there. It's just unbelievable to me that I even have to have this conversation time and time and time and time again. But we do, because the world, and if we read the book of the Bible, if we read the Bible in Joel 3, it says that they will try to part the land. The whole world will come against Israel, basically, and God will have to bring the whole world down to the valley of Jehoshaphat and plead with the world, don't do this, don't do this, don't do this. But we know right now that the Palestinian Authority and the PLO, Palestinian Liberation Organization, and Fatah and Hamas, all four of these groups who don't like each other, but all four of them went to Russia to ask the Russians to help them form a new government. Basically, they were looking for muscle. They were looking for power to stand up and to force Israel and to force the Americans to back off. And I'm going to say something. After last night's Super Tuesday, which last night at our church at Freedom Fellowship, we had Lou Dobbs. You may remember Lou Dobbs. He was on CNN a long time, and then he was he was on Fox for a while, and I think he was on CNBC or somewhere. Well, he's retired from mass media now. He does his own podcasting. Well, we had him at our church last night. He spoke last night. We had about 500 people plus. Big crowd of folks showed up under the big tent, and he gave a tremendous presentation, a tremendous speech, really. And so then, of course, I went home. I watched the election results and saw that President Trump just pretty well cleaned the slate. And so Nikki Haley is supposed to drop out of the race probably about right now. I understand around 10 o'clock. So it's going to be now. That means we got 8 months. There's 8 months before the election. 8 months. And we're going to see, 8 months of mudslinging and fighting and attacks and lies and all kinds of stuff that's going to be going on in this process. And don't waffle. Whatever you do, don't waffle, because it is going to be. And while this is happening here to America, Satan is also trying to destroy the land of Israel. Besides trying to destroy the nation of America, he's trying to try to destroy Israel. So you're going to hear of lies. That's right, deception, deception, deception. It is unbelievable what we're going to be encountering, and it's a real dangerous time in the world. But it does mean this: Jesus Christ is coming back. And he's coming after his church. He's coming after his bride. He's coming after the redeemed. Are you serious? Something biblical is going on with the signs, the apocalyptic signs of the coming of the Lord. And so, again, get your tickets for this webinar. It couldn't be a more timely webinar than this one. Are you serious? With the signs in the heavens, with the solar eclipse, with the locusts coming out of the ground, with the comet 12P, Pons Brooks coming around the sun during the eclipse, with all of the planets, 7 planets in alignment, with the wars, the rumors of wars, the false Christ, the false prophets, with all of the different agendas that are being jammed down the throat of the American people, and the rights of parents being stripped away from them, and with chaos and carnage and crime in the streets and lawlessness breaking out around the world. No, guys, we're in the last days. I mean, we're in it, and we write about all of that in this book, Revelation 9:11. I can't even believe that what we wrote in this book that's coming out on March 26th, I can't even believe that it's coming to pass as the book is coming out, as the eclipse is coming, as this 8 months of political turmoil will be going on, as Israel's under attack and hated on and being persecuted by the world United Nation body. This is unbelievable. We're in the last days. So Jesus is coming. That's the good news. And oh, by the way, I'm going to occupy till he comes. We're going to stand here in the gap. We're going to keep preaching the truth. We're going to lead the lost to Jesus. We got a bright future, folks. Are you serious? Are you serious? Are you serious? I'll be back with more current world events and how they relate to biblical prophecy. You better get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready.